everybody, it's Rebecca here at Y Mermaids, and welcome back to another edition of Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey at Ginger Reads Lainey, and you can find the links to her channel and the Goodreads group down in the description below. I haven't done a Top 5 Wednesday in a while. I haven't. I haven't been able to do some of the topics, or I'd already done them. And I missed wearing the hat. I did. I missed the Top 5 Wednesday. Anyway, so this week's Top 5 Wednesday topic is our Top 5 DNFs, or books we did not finish. And I actually thought about not doing this one as well, because I was like, I don't know if I have 5 books that I haven't finished. But then I looked at my shelf, and I found some. I found enough that I haven't finished that I can mention today. Now, I have every intention of finishing these books. They're on my list of books I'd eventually like to read. When I read them, it wasn't the right time, and sometimes I feel like you shouldn't force a book if you're not in the mood to read it, because I'm all about mood reading, and if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna enjoy it, and so I just can't read it then. I have to put it down and pick up something else. And then sometimes when you pick that up later, you're like, hey, I really love this book, this is perfect. Whereas if you'd forced yourself to read it earlier, you would have slugged through it and then not enjoyed it. So I'm a big firm believer on, if you're not feeling a book, put it down. That being said, I'm also really bad at doing it. I'm like really bad. I like to just trudge on and finish a book because I feel like I've committed to it. It's like dating someone. For the time you're reading the book, you have to commit to them. You can't cheat on them. You can't just put them away because they're boring you. Anyway, so let's get into the books that I have every intention of finishing at some point in my life. The first one is All Things Bright and Beautiful by James Herriot, and this is it's the sequel to All Creatures Great and Small, which I don't actually think I've read that one either, but my mom gave me this one a long time ago, and I meant to read it, and then I never did read it. I started it, you can see, they all have bookmarks. I started it, but I wasn't feeling it quite then. I think it's because my mom wanted me to read it, so I was like, I didn't want to read it because she wants me to read it. So I didn't. But it's about a vet in like rural England. Why would I not like this? I was being dumb. I need to read it. The next one is Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. This was just hard to read. It was hard. I don't really understand half of what I read. I didn't get very far, and so I put it down. I will get back to it because it's supposed to be a really great book. I just didn't get into it. Next up is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and I got about halfway through this book. It's about a little girl who finds a secret garden. It's great. I love the movie. I loved it growing up, and this is my grandmother's favorite book. But for some reason, I just had a hard time reading it. I'm not sure. I just wasn't feeling it when I was reading it, so I had to put it down. Sorry. Next up is This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald, the same author as The Great Gatsby. So I really like the 20s. I think they're the really interesting time in American history, and so I was like, I'm gonna read more Fitzgerald because I really liked The Great Gatsby. So I picked this one up and I was enjoying it, but for some reason I just didn't finish it. I don't know. These were so long ago that I read all of these that I don't really remember why I put them down, other than the fact that I was probably just bored. And last but not least, the one I'm most ashamed that I have not finished yet is The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. This was her first book post-Potter, and it just wasn't what I knew it wasn't gonna be Harry Potter, and I knew it was adult, but I just had a really hard time reading it at the time because I was expecting something that I didn't get. And I wasn't expecting Harry Potter, but I wasn't expecting this either. But I've heard it's really, really, really good. If only I would give it a chance and stick with it. So I do really want to pick this back up and finish it soon, because I do love J.K. Rowling and I love everything else she's written. So, I mean, I need to read it. I just need to pick it up again. Oh, those are all the books that I have not yet finished, but have every intention of doing at some point in the future. Let me know down in the comments below some of your books that you've DNF'd and the reason why. I want to know why, because I'm a curious person. So, yeah, that's it for me today. I'll see you next time.